Hello love, I've got another review coming up. This time around we have Heverlee, which is a premium Pilsner lager, and it's a 4.8% volume, 660 milliliter bottle, and it says it's Anno 1129. So this might be the oldest thing I've ever drank. Might be, but it actually isn't. It's inspired by something from 1129. It's like one of those Belgian beers which is sort of brewed by monks to a recipe that's kind of similar to something that was made in 1129, but it isn't. It's more, you know, what's the word, you know, modern, whatever, contemporary, recent. Yeah, see, I'm like a one-man thesaurus on it. But yeah, this is a Heverlee. It's a Belgian Pilsner style lager created in association with the Abbey of the Order of Premontre in Heverlee, which is obviously in Belgium. Inspired by the beers first brewed by the monks in medieval times. See, there you go. I know what I'm talking about. It's not the original stuff. It's just a sort of throwback to. It was actually redeveloped by a brewer called Joris Brams, who used old descriptions of the beer once brewed at the Abbey by the Order of Premontre in Heverlee near Leuven in central Belgium. Yeah, so it's a forgotten Belgian beer that's been remade in Belgium. Doesn't say when. Yeah. I'm trying to look now, but it looks like it's it doesn't say when. The article's dated 2013, so I'm just going to assume it's then. But yeah, it's Heverlee, and it's been brewed recently to an old style, and it's owned by the TLDW Group, which is an Irish drinks company who also does like Tennent's, and it's distributed via Scotland, but it's obviously made in Belgium. So now we've got all the fucking research out the way, let's have a look at the bottle. It's got a sort of weird wolf on the front of it. I think it's a wolf, or it could be a fox. It's ginger, so I'm going to go with fox. And it's limited edition artwork on the bottle, featuring artwork from Zia. I have no idea what the fuck that says. It's a Zia maybe, you know, but yeah. Heverlee, 4.8%, 660 millilitres. Brewed in the UK from the Wellperk Brewery, Glasgow, G311JD. CNC Group, Annaville, Clonmel, Tipperary, Ireland. Drink Feck, Arse Girls. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's your bottle top porn. Snazzy. So yeah, let's get it out the bottle, shall we? Let's not stand on ceremony any further than what we already have. It's gonna fizz, it's gonna fizz, it's gonna fizz. I will make sure it doesn't. Job done. Remember last time when I done that? And it just went all over me. And you could just see the pain in my eyes. Well, yeah. Fucking nose is itchy, but there's some tissues out. I have to scratch and just get a little bit of snot on my fingernail. It's okay, it's okay. So yeah, let's throw this in the fucking glass, shall we? Let's have a good look at Heverlee. Or Heverlee. I don't know, because it could be Flemish or it could be sort of French-speaking Belgian, you know, because they pronounce things differently, obviously. Flemish is kind of like Dutch, you know, it's just kind of like a sort of foreign language that's like Germanic but said with a Scouse accent, you know what I mean? And then there's the French-speaking Belgians who are basically just French Belgians. Were you expecting something interesting? Nah. But yeah, two-fingered head, light golden colour, carbonation, moderation going on, yeah. Looking pretty alright. We get this snot out my nose first before we have a little sniff test. We're better. Do this a little bit so you can see my beautiful features more. is a Belgian Pilsner style because it smells like fucking fairy liquid. It's like fucking Hogarden and fucking Leffated. Yeah, so I'm getting malty mixed with a little bit of fairy liquid stench. Slightly grassy. Yeah, and that's sort of, yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. It smells like every Belgian thing ever, you know. And not just beer either, I'm talking every Belgian thing as well. You know, even like Kevin De Bruyne and Eddie Volley probably smell like this as well, you know. But yeah, we know what it looks like, we know what it smells like, but the most important part is the taste. Will it be Heverlee and heavenly, or will it be Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, which is a famous song by a famous Mancunian singer from a famous Mancunian band. That's right, Bernard Sumner from the Stone Roses. See, I know my Mancunian music. Anyway, bottoms up and up your bottoms. Here we go. One of the best mouthfeels I've ever had right there. First things first. As soon as I put that in, every single part of my mouth was hit by something. It tingled everywhere. And with a bit of a, I put this in the fridge. Normally I'd say don't throw it in the fridge because it doesn't, it puts emphasis on the temperature rather than the taste. But this was actually pretty good, you know. Yeah, it really did. It was refreshing as fuck, that. Every single part of my mouth getting tingled, yeah. Taste wise, I would say it's a bit fleeting. It's not something that lasts forever. The taste doesn't linger for a while, which is a shame, because you've got that grassy, malty thing, bit of an aftertaste at the back of your throat, but even that's fleeting as well. This is that's the only downside to it, because the little grassy, malty thing, it's not overwhelming, it's not overpowering, it mixes well, it just doesn't last that long. That's the only downside. Other than that, it's actually really good. The mouthfeel is really good, really good. Probably the best I've had. Normally it's very rare that I get a mouthfeel and oh fucking hell, that's good. But this time I will. It's really good. Yeah, I genuinely like this one. It's just a shame the taste is fleeting. But if you want a fucking sesh beer that you just want to easy drinking and you just throw down, yeah, it's 4.8%, so it's slightly higher than most. But if you just want a sort of, you know, cheerful sesh beer that doesn't overpower the taste buds, doesn't make you feel bloated, make you feel ill, and it has a good mouthfeel, and it'll sort of feel really good and refreshing on a hot day, I would recommend this 100%. This is really good. Heverlee, or Heverlee. So yeah, it's the other logo as well. It's like a sort of bishop's mitre with some keys and a few malts underneath the. Look at that there. Get that to focus. So yeah, Heverlee. Again, I would give this another. I'd give this an 8 out of 10 because it's pretty good. The only thing is the fleeting taste. That's it. Other than that, I enjoy it. Maybe this was intentional to make it a sesh beer. If it is, I wish them all the best with this, because I think they can go far with this as a sesh beer. If they market it right like they do with Tennent's in Scotland, last time I went to Scotland there was just fucking Tennent's everywhere. And the Scots say it's pish, and yet everywhere I looked in Scotland, they were fucking selling it, and there were people drinking it, and they weren't all out of towners like me neither. They were fucking some natives drinking tenants, and yet there they are saying it's pish. I don't believe you. No, I think you like it more than you just claim to, and I like it. So you're on your own, nothing to be ashamed of. So yeah, Heverlee, probably the. This is sort of a new kid on the block as far as Belgians are concerned. Belgian beer. I mean, I'm not talking about like fucking Eddie Volley again. I'm talking like your Leffeys and your the other one Hogarden. This is a new kid on the block. Will it compete? Can it compete? I sure as I love so. It's in good hands. It's owned by the right company. It hopefully has the right marketing. One thing should lead to another, and Heverlee should be up there with all the rest of the Belgian beers. Nonetheless, I will say that another good thing going for it is it's vegan approved by the Vegan Society, which is alright. So if you're a vegan and you want to get sort of pissed without sort of pissing off the vegan gods or whatever the hell veganism is, go for it. This one's for you. So yeah. Nonetheless, that concludes tonight's review. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have, and I have enjoyed this. Plenty more to come. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll be signing out. Take care, everyone.